in it for a video, Castanet's Mansion, but the video got corrupted, so we hasn't posted that video yet. Maybe if we get 30 subscribers, I would redo the video. But anyways, we can make bases big or small. I recommend big because the bigger the base, like the more protection it has. But the more bigger the base, the more time it takes. So I don't know really. And yeah, you have to also when you're giving gifts, you gotta count the door. So make like a tight door right here. That would then you can count it. And so let's go over the items. You got the crowbar, and we can use to break pranks, and you can kill gifts with it. It's pretty useful. But it sucks. And we have the snack ball, or what I like to call it, right snack. It fills up 1 health. And we have the building tool. It can build pranks. And yeah, it's pretty easy to kill the gifts. And so we're gonna go into the basement. So the basements can be used for the shop or just shelter, but I don't really recommend using it for shelter because at night the tiny gifts break into from the vents. So yeah, I don't really recommend it for shelter. Alright, so we got the other items. So we got the bat. The bat can charge up and hit the gifts really hard, and it's a really good item. And then we got the soda, and it can give you infinite stamina. And we got the money. That's an item that gives you money, of course. Yeah, and that's the 2 other items. So we got the shotgun. The shotgun is used to kill gifts. So yeah, it's a pretty good item, but it doesn't have a lot of ammo when you get it. And we got the pistol. It's a pretty good item. It's like a better than the shotgun if you think. And we have the GPS. The GPS is okay. It just helps you find items. And it's a pretty good item to find if you find it, and you can sell it for like, I don't know how much money, I forgot. And so we got the med kit. The med kit, if you're on really low health, you can heal up full health all the way. It's probably one of the best items. Also, you can sell it for a little bit money, and you get lots of money. And so now we got the ammo. The ammo's for the pistol and the shotgun. And then we got the admin items. It's only attainable if you have hacks or exploits. No one can get them. And if you're the owner, you can have them. And so that's all of the items in the game. And so now we're gonna go over the shop. The shop, you can sell items for some money, so you can kind of grind out to upgrade. And also, each shop has a different items you can buy. So this is just a random shop. And this is the shopkeeper. The shopkeeper is the NPC which sells you the items. And now you can sell too. It has no mouth, and it has no nothing about where it came from. And so now we have the Big F. Here's some footage of him. Usually he breaks through houses. And the big giant Gav, he lots of people die from him early on in the game. So you gotta look out for him as well, cause this can happen to you. And so you have to look out for him. And just watch out for that. Now we got structures. This is the watchtower. Watchtowers are located on the sides of maps. You can usually find a crowbar or a snack ball, and sometimes a bat. But watchtowers are not the best for bases. I do not recommend set up a base at a watchtower. And so now moving on to the hospital. The hospital is a hospital located on the side of the map. It can be used for a base or to find resources. I really like the hospital for bases because like it's a pretty big spot. It's not the very best because it's very big and it takes a long time to actually get it to be safe. But I recommend it if you're really good at the game. Now moving on to the tiny house. Tiny houses, it can be used for, it's a pretty good place to set up a base, but it's just a tiny little house with a table in it. You can mostly find one single gaff in it. It's a pretty good way to have a base, and it has usually a bat, or rarely a crowbar. Now moving on to, now we got the one-story house. They can come in different colors, all sorts of colors. It can come in beige and other colors too. I'm not gonna go over all of the colors because I forgot about them. Usually you can find a basement inside the single-story houses. And also you can usually find bats, crowbars, and ammo in a shotgun. And if you're lucky, a pistol. It's a pretty good way to set up, it's a pretty good thing to set up base in. But I don't recommend it really because you have to cover the house in wood so you don't die from big gaff. And now moving on to, now we got the second story house. Second story houses are loaded with resources. Sometimes in those occasions you won't find anything. It's a pretty good spot to set up base if you want a big base. And it's a pretty good spot in general, so I recommend it. And now moving on to, okay, we got the shops. Shops are found in the middle of the town. Shops can have a lot of resources in it. Mostly it has ammo, lanterns, or just a crowbar. It's a gateway to find all of the items in the game. I recommend it for a base. It's probably the best way to have a big giant base. It's a box and it's a pretty good base. Now moving on to, this has two windows. All of the fans in the midtown, they have different windows and different colors. I'm not gonna go over all of them. I'm just gonna go over some of them. So it's a pretty good way to set up base because it has two windows and it's small. Now moving on to, we got this shop. They call it shops in the game. It has 4 windows. You can mainly find it on corners of the midtown. It's a pretty good spot, but I don't recommend it because all of the windows. Now moving on to, now we got the shop. The shop, it has nothing in it for now, but it's a big giant block with the word shop on it. There's nothing in it now, for now. But by the time I'm making this video, so yeah. So now we're gonna go on to talk about this structure. This structure it's called the garage. Mainly you can find crowbars, med kits, and lanterns in it. It's a pretty good spot, but I don't recommend it for bases. It's a pretty good spot, but yeah, now we're gonna talk about this other structure. So now we got the rail house. The rail house, it has nothing in it for now, kind of like the shop. It's a big giant block with a roof on it in the word rail house. There's nothing in it, but it's a pretty good spot to run around, running from gaffs, because the gaffs get stuck on the rail house. It's a pretty good spot as well. It can't be broken by the big gaff, so I recommend hiding there if the big gaff spawns in. And now we're gonna talk about this other structure, the water tower. This thing, it's just a little prop. It's nothing, you can't build on it. Yeah, it's just a plot to act cool. It doesn't really do anything. So now we're gonna talk about this other structure. This is not really a structure, but you can mainly find these all over the map. The fences. Fences, you can find it by the garage structure. Fences are just a fence. Yeah, there's nothing really to talk about it. It's just a image of a fence. And it's it has collision on, so yeah, there's nothing to talk about it. It's just a image of a fence. And now moving on from the structures, this is how the Geth looks like when you kill it. It explodes. It used to have blood, I think, if I remember it, but they removed it because they got something like Roblox said is too graphic. So now I'm moving on to. Okay, we got events. We got events. The sun is something. That happens when the sun's setting. Of course, I don't get where that event will happen, but yeah, the sun's setting. Yeah, that's just a normal event. And then moving on to. Geths are attacking. Wait, it's Geths are attacking. I don't know what else it would mean. Yeah, it's just Geths are attacking. Geths are attacking, and like the Geths start attacking you at dark at night. Now moving on to the most scary event of them all. 1. It spawns the big giant Geth in it, and you have to run away from him. It's the most scariest event of them all. I almost pissed my pants last time. Now moving on to so now we got the building. The building, you kind of want to have a plank going off of the wall, and you have to do it all around the house so the big Geth can't break through. It's a pretty good way to build. And now moving off to the roof, you kind of have to have a raised wall, and then you have to keep on raising it for a little bit until like you think it's good, or the big Geth is not gonna break the roof. And then you kind of do like that, kind of do it like this and that, and yeah, that way you have to do if you want to cover your house in wood. Alright, that's all of the tips and tricks for today's video. Please like and subscribe, share and comment. Do you love? That's for today's video. Goodbye.